So back in the studio today, really happy to be here. It's been a few weeks and excited to get to talk to you about some cool things that are going on in our community. Let me just give you a heads up. Our next section deals with dementia and Alzheimer's. If you know someone who is struggling or has a family member who's struggling right now, you might want to tag them in this post. They may want to know about the resources that are available. In addition to that, if you run a company or you're a manager, if you have a small business or a bigger business that has frontline associates here in Sevier County, or you know someone that does, you're going to want to tag them in this post. This is something that all management and ownership needs to hear about. So we're going to talk with Gary Johnson about the Purple Cities Alliance and what they can do to help train your frontline employees to handle customers or clients who may be showing early signs of dementia. All right, I think I am ready if you're ready, Bob.
Ready.
Okay, go ahead and roll my intro, please. Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Burnett. You're watching Down Home with Ashley. Many of you know me as the Director of Development for Mountain Hope Good Shepherd Clinic. We treat folks who live or work in Sevier County who have no insurance. If you have questions about that resource, please feel free to reach out to me. In addition to that, I'm a realtor with Britton Real Estate Services. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, I would love to talk to you about that. But my third hat is here as talk show host at DDX Media. And I have the honor of talking to some of the most wonderful people in the county who do so much for this community. And I am looking forward right now to talking with Gary Johnson of Elkmont Wealth Management. Many of you already know him as your financial advisor, but Gary also wears another hat. He is with the Tell me how to say it.
Purple Cities Alliance.
Purple Cities Alliance. That can be a mouthful. Wanted to make sure I got it right. This is a hugely important resource here in Sevier County. Gary, it's good to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate you having me here.
All right. So I heard you speak at a local meeting a little bit about the Purple Cities Alliance. Mm-hmm. Can you tell our viewers what this is all about?
Absolutely, and it's really a cool thing. We're just a team of volunteers that are trying to maybe bring some further education to the community about this situation that affects us all pretty much. In 2013, there was a gentleman in Torbay, United Kingdom named Norman McNamara, and Norm had been diagnosed with early onset dementia, Lewy body type. And Norm felt like he was being treated and maybe discriminated against to some degree when he was in the shops and the restaurants and different things in his hometown. So he set about to raise awareness of what's going on in some of our elderly. Now, Norm was 50 at the time he was diagnosed, I think maybe even a little younger, but in 2014, Purple Cities Alliance was formed in Knoxville, Tennessee. The very first Purple Cities in the United States was in Knoxville, Tennessee. And then in late 2016, early 2017, Purple Cities Alliance, Sevier County, was formed. And there was a proclamation on the courthouse steps, May the 11th, 2017, I think. Yeah. And it was declared a Purple City. What we do is just try to get in front of the shop owners, the managers, the tellers, the cashiers, as you said, the servers.
Anyone who has a frontline employee.
Anyone who has a frontline employee, absolutely. Or organizations. I have spoken the past couple of weeks to a couple of different Rotary clubs, and what we just want to try to bring to the forefront is, And especially in some of the establishments and maybe the night eating spots, or is if you have a visitor or a loved one and you see some different kind of behavior all of a sudden, there may be something going on with them.
All right. And as an organization, you try to educate folks as to some of the behaviors they might see that would cause concern.
Absolutely, and like I told you off camera, we're more of a conversationalist than we are educators. We've got about a 15-minute presentation that we give to folks and just kind of give them some of the signs of what to look for, confusion, disorientation, poor reasoning, or impaired judgment. Banks deal with this a lot, where someone will come in and make an out of the ordinary large withdrawal, or they'll go to a car dealership and buy, a car that they've just bought one, they want to buy another one. So just small things like that is to, hey, watch for this. We had a team member who happened upon a lady sitting in the floor at Walmart going through her purse, emptying it out. So, it's the word epidemic's pretty strong, but there's 10,000 folks in this country turning 65 every day. And that's a lot of times when this sets in. One of the kind of misconceptions or not education enough is dementia in itself is not a disease. Dementia is an umbrella which carries other diseases. Huntington's disease, vascular dementia. I heard a lot about that over the weekend at a function we were at. But Alzheimer's is at the top by a long shot. 60 to 80% of folks who have a dementia, it's Alzheimer's.
And this affects so many people. In fact, it seems that almost everyone you talk to has been affected by this in some way. Everyone has a family member, everyone has a neighbor or family friend who has exhibited these behaviors and they're concerned about.
Yeah, and in my personal instance, it was just my father running off in the middle of the night, and just completely out of character. And one of the things that you kind of briefly touched on there is over a couple of weekends and having conversation with a couple hundred people, is 95% of them have a loved one or have lost a loved one. We had a couple people tell us, I've been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and that's just, wow. I mean, at least they're to a point they still understand what's going on to know that. So it's a worldwide epidemic. There's that word again, but it's estimated, and you know how numbers and statistics are, but $800 billion annually are spent worldwide for dementia. Huntington's, Lewy body, frontotemporal, vascular, Alzheimer's, obviously, and only about $250 billion of that is actually for the care of folks. Right. Lost wages, lost revenues for those kind of things. So, and
all of that plays into why it's so important that it be recognized, and the earlier the better, right? Absolutely.
I have a friend who, his wife is one of the ones that told me, said, I have Alzheimer's, and I said, wow, tell me more about that. And he said she came to me 5 years ago and said, I can't do this checkbook anymore. Mm-hmm. And he said the minute those words left her mouth, I knew something bad was wrong, because she, for 35 years she had taken care of it. So, and I think in men especially, it's a pride and ego thing. Course, yeah. And if we notice a little something, as I struggle for words here and there, I'm wondering, but we have this thing about we're supposed to be the whatever, and we may be less apt to go to the doctor and get checked out.
So,
and that's one of the things, and I'm one of our team members is outreach director for Home Instead Senior Services, right. and he's in contact with this stuff daily, and what it seems to be is that if we go to our physician, our medical care provider, we get 7 to 12 minutes with them. Right. And not all that's even with the doctor or nurse practitioner. It takes about a 20 to 25 minute test to really diagnose one of these dementias going on. So nothing against the doctors or nurses or nurse practitioners, just that our system is a little broken probably for what we're facing.
Right. So if you're out there watching and you might be a manager or a team leader of some sort, you may own a business and you want your frontline associates to know more about the Purple Cities Alliance and how they can be a resource, as well as maybe coming to talk to your group about things to look for. I can't tell you how invaluable it would be for a family member to know if there were a problem so that they can have their loved one checked out. That's huge, guys. So, this is something that we all need to be aware of. Gary, tell people how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, we have a Facebook page. It's Purple Cities Alliance Sevier County. And you can reach me on my cell at 865-771-5446, or my email is jgaryjohnson@hotmail.com. And reach out if you want to have a conversation. We meet the third Wednesday of every month at Dominion Senior Living. If anybody wanted to maybe join our team, so.
Right, and I know you guys can use good volunteers.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
If you're interested in helping Gary and his team, if you have people in your life that you think should be more knowledgeable about this, please reach out to Gary. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for what you're doing in this community.
All right, thanks.
All right. Hope everyone out there is having a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you again in just a few minutes. Take care. See you soon.